These are my Tillandsia, more commonly probably known as air plants, and they are in the bromeliad family. They are also epiphytes, which means that they don't need to be planted in soil. They don't really have much in the way of roots. All they use their roots for is to help them anchor to trees, but they don't really go into any sort of substrate or anything. That's just decorative. And they get most of their nutrients through their leaves from the air, so they do have to have an open environment with lots of access to the air. So they're going to not be really good for a terrarium that it's totally enclosed. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to water them, which I do once a week, and I'm going to show you how I do that. I've taken the Tillandsia out of their environment and put them into this round glass tray. And what I like to do is I have water here, and this is actually marked indoor water. It's for my indoor plants, and it's water that's been left out with the lid off for 24 hours so that the chlorine can evaporate from the water, because the chlorine is not good for any plants. And there are actually a lot of different ways that you can water your Tillandsia. Some people like to soak them in water, just drop them in a bowl of water for a period of time. Some people just lightly spray them. I don't think it's really a case of one is better than the other. I think it's a case of what works better for your environment. Some people, they soak them and then they just don't do well. They mold or they end up dying. Some people spray them and it's not enough. So I think you really have to find out what works for you. And what I do is I just give them a really, really, really good soaking. Make sure that I get all the different parts of the plant. I found that when I soak them in a bowl of water, they haven't done as well for me. So I've discovered this way works for my environment and my humidity and my situation a lot better. And then I'm going to soak them really well on the under part. And you can kind of see how there's no roots. It's really interesting. This one has its roots, but it doesn't really do much with them. So then what I'll do is I'll just sort of let them sit there for about half an hour or so, and then I will take them and I will put them on a cloth, and I'll give them about 4 hours to dry. You don't want to put them back until they're pretty much completely dried and ready to go. So that's sort of how I do that here in my area.